Good afternoon and welcome to Adventures for Anyone. Today we are visiting a very popular New York State historic site at Olana. And Olana is this wonderful, beautiful Moroccan-style mansion atop a hill just outside of Hudson, New York, overlooking the Hudson River. And this was built by the artist Frederick Church. It's way up on top of this hill, and this is where he built his Utopia. Frederick Church was a naturalist and a landscape painter. He was very well known for his playing with light and his paintings of Niagara Falls. When you visit, you go to the newly built visitor center. This wasn't here several years ago when I started visiting this place. Here you can see a 15-minute video that kind of gives you the outlay of the land, and you can get your tickets for all of the tours. They range anywhere from $20 to $60 depending on what you want to do. And then while you wait, if you're taking a tour out of the visitor center, you get your first view of the landscape. Now, everything on this 250-acre site where Olana the mansion was built on the very top so that you could see 360 degrees from the property over 4 states here in the Northeast. And everything was landscaped. The paths, this lake is part of the landscape. It's man-made. And then it was also a sustainable property. This is the old farm, which is now used for educational purposes, but it was indeed where they ran an actual farm so that they could live off the land. Now, most of the paths, roads, and everything you see here are based on the original. They were carriage paths, walking trails, and it's just a very peaceful property. Now you can hike here from the bottom of the mountain all the way to the top, and as a matter of fact, we previously walked across the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. The path actually runs from Olana down across the bridge and into Catskill, the town, at Thomas Cole's historic site, and Thomas Cole was Frederick Church's mentor and teacher. You just saw a picture there of the old farmstead, which they had while they were building the mansion. And this is what it's all about up at Olana. This was Frederick Church's vision, was to have the most amazing views everywhere you look. And here we're back at the man-made lake. This is a beautiful, beautiful part of the landscape, and you can see it from the mansion perched on top of the hill. Now, it took 40 years for Frederick Church and his wife and their 4 kids to acquire all of the acreage here. It started in 1860, finished up around 1900. If you look in the background there, past the farm, up on top of the hill, is the mansion. And this mansion, believe it or not, Frederick Church was a world-traveled man. He traveled, he was famous within his lifetime, unlike a lot of artists, and he was a very wealthy man. And he fell in love with a country in Africa that you may have heard of called Morocco. So one of the more unique things about Olana versus some of the other mansions you see in the Hudson Valley, because trust me, there's a lot of them, is that Olana is styled to look like a Moroccan building. It has the bright colors that blend in better in the fall than during the summer. And look at the archways, look at the tiles, look at it all. Olana is also known as the Moroccan style mansion. Now you can't take your video cameras out inside, so I figured I'd show you a couple of the pictures, things he gathered from around the world, some of his paintings, some of the more conventional rooms like the dining room. But Olana was all about this view. Look out that window. It's amazing. And from the house, from that balcony and the area right in front of it, here you go, there's the Rip Van Winkle Bridge and the Hudson River down there. It's an absolutely amazing view. The Catskills in the background. You can't beat it. It's one of the most beautiful views in all of the Northeast. It's absolutely stunning. And everything was meticulously done for Frederick Church's liking. His wife Isabella wanted to have a vegetable and flower garden, so it was placed here below the ledge along the walking path so that it wouldn't interfere with the view from this magnificent mansion. He was allowing her to have her thing without it interrupting the view from his Utopia on top of the hill. And here we are, we're going around. That is the garden. They maintain it to this day. And another thing that goes on here at Olana is there is always an outdoor art exhibit. In front of us here is an exhibit that is beautiful both inside and outside with various visions. And one of the visions is once again of this. And thank you for joining me today on Adventures for Anyone for my tour of Olana. I'm Terry. I'm 60 and I'm not done yet. So join me for more Adventures for Anyone next time, and like and subscribe if you want to learn how to do great things no matter how old you are.